So Jules, we love Conan the Barbarian, right?
Yeah.
Want to know a movie that came out right around the same time, only a few months difference? That's kind of like Conan. I love the Beastmaster, 1982.
Yeah.
I love this movie ever since the first time I seen it because the ferrets are just so adorable, and you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. So this is an hour and 58 minutes. So Jules, let's go ahead and talk about who's in the Beastmaster and what it's about.
It's rated PG, and I don't know why. With all the boobies,
Oh my
that they
God!
show, I'm like, how is this
Dude,
PG? How
I don't
is this
know.
PG?
There were several
Boobies on top of boobies,
bouncing. It was just like bouncing everywhere.
free boobies.
Boobies is what it was.
Yeah, I don't even remember that from when I saw it as a child. You know, I mean,
I didn't either.
I'm like, boobies.
So we don't know how that became PG. There is a couple scenes with visible breasts, not like a brush by or anything.
No.
Their tops
They
are off.
don't have a top.
And some of them are just bouncing around, and they're getting in the pool or whatever, or the river.
Yeah.
Dude, let's. I got some stuff to say about this that I just now noticed. Now that I'm an adult watching it.
Yeah.
I gotta say some stuff about
as
that
an
happened
adult
in
watching
here.
it, I didn't like it that much.
I
remember kind of liking it.
I bet you I know why. We'll talk about it. I bet you it's the same reason.
So Mark
Okay.
Singer plays Dar, aka the Beastmaster. Tanya Roberts is Kiri. Rip Torn is Mayax, right? And John Amos, a young John Amos is Seth.
I forgot he was in here.
Yeah, me
We
too.
need to give him his flowers.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you get your flowers now, John Amos. You've been on TV for eternity doing a great job.
Yeah.
We give you your flowers that you deserve.
Yeah.
So what's the summary here in The Beastmaster that I love so much?
A priest must kill an unborn child so it doesn't grow up and kill him in the future. And that child is saved and is raised as Dar. So.
I think one of the reasons I love this so much is because it reminds me a little bit of Conan the Barbarian. The way they dress, you know, the times and all that. And I found out that they came out only a few months apart. But Conan pretty much stomped.
Because Conan is way better.
Because it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, we know Mark Singer was a hottie back then. I'm sure he was a heartthrob. He was a good looking guy and his body was, he's chiseled. You know, not
that
as big
movie
as Conan.
would not fly in today's.
Ooh, can we talk about that? Let me before,
I like you.
Wait,
he's trying to push himself up on that chick. Like,
that's the
what?
first thing that happens. So he sees this chick, well, these two chicks with their boobies out, taking a bath in a river. Now, I didn't remember any of this part. And when I seen it, I was like, oh my, what?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So he has these little ferrets that he got. I love the animals in here. He's got a ferret, and is it a tiger?
Yeah.
A
black
tiger.
tiger. You can tell us obviously.
And is it a hawk?
Yeah.
Or an eagle?
Yeah.
One of the two.
One
So
of those.
he can talk to animals.
Yeah.
And then tell them to, you know, go. So anyways, he has his ferrets go grab their shirts and run off with them. So she's turning around like, oh my gosh, Coven, what are you doing? So she goes up and he's like, yeah, you owe me your life. Because whatever he did, and he grabs her and he forces himself down her throat.
Yep.
And she's pushing him.
Yep.
And he's just smiling and tonguing her down. I'm like, okay, first of all, she's telling you no.
Yep.
I don't like that you didn't get consent. That would not fly today.
Yep.
So that kind of threw me off. I'm like, I love this movie so much, but did he just really do that?
And then it turns out they might even be cousins, unless she is related to his stepbrother, his half brother. And not him. You know what I mean? Because they could be cousins, and they're just slobbing it down.
They were doing that back in the day in weird places.
They just act like
some weird stuff. Yeah, that's some weird stuff. And there was another part in here I forgot where he was being inappropriate and stuff. You're like, when somebody wrote this, did they not think that this is kind of like, I'm just going to say it, rape culture?
This was 1982. They weren't thinking like that back then.
That is promoting rape culture because you're forcing yourself on a woman and she's telling you no, and you keep doing it.
Yep.
And you're a big guy.
Yep.
And you know she's a petite woman and whatever. Now he wants to save her. She's a slave, so now he wants to save her from, I guess you say Mayax, Rip Torn. I like seeing him in movies, but anyway, he wants to play Captain Save a
Girl.
Slave, I guess.
She wasn't technically a slave. She was like a princess or something.
Well, she was
a slave to them. They
because they would. Yeah,
and they were gonna kill her.
Here's the other part, and I'm just, since we can talk about classic films, okay? This is what got me. I'm a girl of gore.
Okay.
Eviscerations.
Yeah.
Decapitations.
Yeah.
Give me all of it. Give me all the Saw. Give me all the Final Destinations. Okay. But in this one, so Rip Torn's character, he's basically like a dictator, pretty much.
Yes.
He thinks that if he sacrifices babies, he's satisfying the gods. I don't know if they're witches or whatever. So he's sacrificing them, and they open, all the townspeople are there and they're screaming because he has somebody's kid there. He's taking somebody poor and he's taking their kid because he's an evil dictator.
Yeah.
And he's holding child up in the air, and there's a fire pit. And he's holding, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice. And I'm sitting there thinking, do I remember this part?
I didn't.
Is somebody there's going to be an arrow or something that's going to hit his arm, surely. Oh my God, he threw the child in the fire. I was like, oh my God, I don't remember that. And my heart kind of...
Yeah, because normally they don't kill babies and
No,
children in movies.
it's a hard thing to watch, even though we know it's a movie. It's a hard thing to watch. And that kind of, children and animals, you know how I am. So he does it. Then he grabs another child. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please, is somebody going to stop this man? Everybody's scared of him. So he grabs his child, goes into the pit or whatever, sees somebody poor, let me grab this baby, because, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Throws this child in the pit, except Dar has now sent his hawk to save this baby. So this baby is literally clawing, trying not to slide in. He's already thrown him. He's sliding down into the fire pit. So Dar has his hawk go grab that baby. And it's funny because he goes and snatches the child up. And you see him flying, but he's not moving. No, it's so 1980s. I'm like, it's not, you can see the little child dangling from his mouth, but then he's not really flying anywhere in the sky. It's just staying there and he's flying.
Well, let me tell you about that.
Okay.
All right. The eagle often refused to fly on cue. To shoot footage of it in the air, it was dropped from a trap door in a hot air balloon.
Wow.
And that's why.
Talk about animal abuse.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't look like he was flying, because he didn't want to be in the movie.
Yeah.
He did not want to be in the movie. Why didn't y'all just get somebody else to do it?
Yeah.
Did y'all pay him good at least? I hope so.
I hope so.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That you even put that in there, because that's one of the things I noticed, like in third.
This is before CGI and all that, okay?
It is. It's kind of funny.
They had to do what they had to do. Look, Dar's black tiger is actually a regular striped tiger dyed black, which you could tell, which is what I said. The dye would wash off around the mouth whenever the tiger took a drink, so the stripes are often visible around his mouth.
I don't think I noticed it. But now when I watch it, you did?
I did, yeah.
You did?
They painted that poor tiger black.
Like, why didn't y'all just, never mind. Maybe he was already trained, because some animals are already trained to do movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Dogs cooperate really good on set, but apparently his hog didn't want to, and they kind of forced him.
Yeah.
Poor animal.
On Mark Singer's first day of filming, Billy Jane was filming the scene where young Dar first learns that he can control animals. Mm-hmm. The bear happened to be a Russian bear, and the only bear working at Hollywood at the time.
So they couldn't find any other Russian bears.
Yeah. As soon as he came out, the bear broke loose and attacked his handler,
my gosh!
sending the rest of the crew fleeing into nearby vehicles for safety. As soon as the bear was recaptured and the handler was carried off for medical attention, the crew turned and told Mark that they were ready to film his scene.
Yeah, really? Are you serious?
Word?
And he said okay?
Yeah, I guess he did, because he got the scene.
Maybe he really is Animal Whisperer.
That's crazy.
Ain't no way. The bear just came out and attacked, and now you're saying, okay, let's go do your scene?
Yeah.
I don't think
the handler is going to get medical attention.
And the handler's the one he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
again, animals get tired. Sometimes it could be abuse. They get tired of being held captive and forced to perform, and they get tired and frustrated, just like any of the rest of us would if we were being forced to do something. Animals get sick of it. So,
according to director Don Coscarelli, the original film negative for this film is lost. Contrary to standard practices, it was stored in a private house which was sold, and it's not known what happened to the cans which housed the negative. Coscarelli has asked the public for help. So if you have it, or if you know somebody that has it, you might want to contact this guy. It could be worth a lot of money.
I can't believe they lost track of that though, like that. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Producer Dino De Laurentiis liked the movie and offered Don Coscarelli to direct Conan the Destroyer in 1984. Coscarelli declined because he thought the script was bad. He thought that script was bad. Freaking Beastmaster script was bad.
What is it? Still home women and killing babies,
right?
I think we've talked about Conan the Destroyer. We you know, that's what had Wilt Chamberlain and all them in there, and Grace Jones, right?
Yeah. But I'd watch that again over Beastmaster. I'm sorry. I know you picked this movie. You said you loved it. But.
And I do love it. It's just those parts that I didn't remember. Obviously, it's been so long since I watched it. But that would you wouldn't be able to do that today. Cancel culture will have that movie stopped before it even hits theaters.
I'm kind of surprised that they haven't already put one of those, like how they did with Gone with the Wind and stuff, and they put that disclaimer in the beginning.
It's like, stop, leave it. Come on, y'all. We know.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't slap a disclaimer on this one.
And it's like, you know what? Do we have to keep doing all that as adults? No, we don't. It's 1982. Okay, come on. We know sometimes we have to take our brain out and just watch a movie. It's common sense.
Yeah.
But for you to go back 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago and say, no, that part and that. Oh, stop it. Come on, y'all. Come on. It is what it is. Just don't watch the stuff. That's it. That's all you have to do is not watch it.
Yep.
But there are so many other causes that you could put your energy into instead of worrying about an ancient movie from back in the day.
And we're warning you, so you already know.
It was hard to watch because I forgot. And I'm sitting here, you know, like in movies, so somebody's going to come in and save that person. They're going to come in and they didn't, and you watched the baby get thrown in the pit.
Yeah.
I still like the movie, but those parts that I would like to pluck those out, but I'm not saying cancel culture, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying those parts bothered me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Me too.
So yeah.
I was just like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, it got me a little choked up. You know, I don't cry, but it got me choked up when he dropped that baby in there.
That's a no-no.
Yeah. So so there you have our review of The Beastmaster, 1982. You can actually pull it up. I want to say it was Tubi, but if you just type in The Beastmaster, it'll come up. I didn't have to pay for it. It was on one of the free streaming services. Like I want to say it was Tubi, but anyway, pull it up and watch. It's a classic. They have a part 2, not good, and then they did a series for a while, which it didn't last very long.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, but I was gonna say is Mark Singer looked good in here. Tanya Roberts looked good in here. Rip Torn is being his usual self. And again, we're giving John Amos his flowers.
He looked good in here.
He did. They did a good job. They were in shape. You could tell that they worked out, especially Mark Singer. He was nice and cut. He wasn't swole like Conan. That man had a ridiculous body. So was John Amos.
He was cut.
He was cut. Yeah, he was.
Like, okay.
So yeah, pull it up and go ahead and check out The Beastmaster. And don't forget that Jules and I, we are on Facebook. YouTube.
Yes.
Instagram. We're also on Cash App. Ching, ching, ching.
Cash App.
Any type of donations are appreciated. If there's something you want to see, let us know. It doesn't matter what genre it is. We'll go ahead and pull it up, shout you out on the show, review it. Talk to us. Maybe there's something. Yeah, if you like and subscribe, talk to us, chat with us. If you disagree, that's cool. We're okay with that. We just want to talk to you. We're here for you. We're doing this all for you. So let us know, all right? Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.